Okay, we're back here at Estes Field on the campus of Central Methodist University, where today it's game number 2 between Central Methodist and Benedictine. Of course, Central Methodist won the first game 5-2. We'll go ahead and get you start the defense there, sponsored by Channel 8. Out in left field, Joseph Weatherford. On center field is Bobby Nichols, and right field, Alan West. At third base, Joey Fitzgerald. Shortstop, Robbie Merced. Second baseman, Tommy Giarola. First baseman, Jeremy Conforti. Behind the plate, Dominic Van Dorn. And today's starting pitcher is Marcus Pritchard on the mound. 3-3, 4.32 ERA, 12 walks, 83 strikeouts. From Winter Haven, Florida, had a great visit with his mom, Jennifer, who is here today as well. So, had a great visit with Jennifer. Also, Alex Billow's mom, Natalie, who is also from Winter Haven, Florida, as well, making the trip to Fayette, Missouri. As well, go ahead and give you the state starting lineups for Benedictine. That's Hunter Moffitt will be behind the plate there. Out in left field, there is Danny Pizzata. At the designated hitter is Theo Coomer. Third baseman, Jack Harpo. Shortstop, Ashton Newman. Center fielder, it's Brylan Haas. And right fielder, that is Chase Pearson. Skylar Speck at second base, and then Zach Demos is their first baseman. There's Hunter Moffitt. In the first game today, went 1 for 3. 3 homers, 16 RBIs. First pitch from Marcus Pritchard. Here it comes. That's up high. Came at 5:43 p.m. Temperature 56 degrees. The time and temperature is sponsored by the Parking Spot. Easy to spot and easy to park. The Parking Spot at Kennedy City International Airport. Strike call 1-1 now. Central Methodist trying to go for win number 20. Central Methodist softball defeated Mid-American Nazarene 9-1. 2 RBIs from Madison Roberts and Lauren Hill. That's a fly ball there. And Bobby Nichols is there for out number 1. There's Danny Pizzata. In the first game today, went 2 for 3, a single homer and an RBI. 6 homers, 19 RBIs, and a strike call. Games 3 and 4 tomorrow. Pre-game with 12:45. Oh, down. Fouls it all. 0-2. Also, softball will be playing Graceland for a doubleheader tomorrow. 12 noon start time. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. It's a high pop up there. Let's see who calls for it. I think that's Robbie Merced. And he makes the catch. 2 quick outs there. Give credit to the Central Methodist pitching staff of Clayton Burke, Justin Guzman, and A.J. Riddle. At one time, retired 12 men in a row. Here's Theo Coomer. 1 for 3 with a single. First pitch to him. Fouls that one off. 0-1 to count. No balls and 1 strike. Game number 2. Central Methodist won the opener 5-2. Trying to go for win number 20. The 0-1. Up high, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. I think he did go. Yes, sir. 1-2 to count. One ball, 2 strikes on Theo Coomer. One-two pitch. Strike 3 called. A 1-2-3 inning. Goes Benedictine. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score here. Let's go ahead and set the defense for you there. Sponsored by CNR Market. Out in left field, Danny Pizzata. Center field, Brian Haas. In right field, Chase Pearson. At third base there, Jack Harpo. Shortstop, Ashton Newman. Second baseman, Tyler Speck. First baseman Zach Demos. Behind the play is Hunter Moffitt. And there is a starting pitcher there. That is Jackson Sarver from Olathe, Kansas. 2-1 with a 6.40 ERA, 19 walks, and 35 strikeouts. We'll go ahead and give you the today's starting lineup for Central Methodist. That's Bobby Nichols out in center field. Robbie Merced, shortstop. Jeremy Conforte at third. Tanner Sears, the DH. Alan Weston, right field. Tommy Giarola at second base. Joseph Weatherford at right field. Joey Fitzgerald Jr. at third base. And, of course, Dominic Van Dorn is behind the plate. Here's Bobby Nichols. First game went 1 for 3 with an RBI so far. No homers and 12 RBIs on the year. From Detroit, Michigan, I know his dad is listening in. And he fouls that one off. Strike one. 0-1 the count. No balls and 1 strike on Bobby Nichols. Excuse me. The 0-1. It's a little chopper to the pitcher. Throws the first, and there's out number 1. Here's Robbie Merced. Went 2 for 3 with 2 singles on the year in the first game of the doubleheader. 4 homers, 21 RBIs. First pitch to him. Swings and misses. Strike one. 0-1 the count. No balls and 1 strike on Robbie Merced. That's low. 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 on the outside corner, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Catcher has to throw over to first to complete the strikeout. So 2 quick outs now for Jeremy Conforte. Went 1 for 2 in their first game with a double with a homer and an RBI. 3 homers, 27 RBIs. Central Methodist won that one 5-2, scoring 3 big runs in the 6th inning. Strike 1 is the call. Winning pitcher is Justin Guzman. His first win at Central Methodist. And, of course, I got to visit with his mom and dad in between games of the doubleheader. Infield bunch to the left. 0-1 pitch. That's strike 2. 0-2 the count. 0-2 the count. 0-2 pitch. Oh, way outside. 1-2 now. Tanner Sears is on deck. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. That's up high. 2-2. 2-2 the count on Jeremy Conforte. 2-2 pitch. Oh, 3-2 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three and two to count. 3-2 pitch. Hits a pop up there, and that'll go out of play. 3-2 to count. Three balls, 2 strikes on Jeremy Conforte. 3-2 pitch. It's a little chopper to the third baseman. He has it. Throws over to first, but good hustle there by Jeremy Conforte. Beats it out there. I have a feeling that's going to be an infield hit. I know Dylan Powell, Tim, and Rachel. Oh, that's an error. Well, ding dong, I'm wrong. Here's Tanner Sears. 0 for 2 with a walk. 8 homers, 33 RBI. Of course, his mom, Shelly, is here. His dad is Kurt. So the error. Let's see if Citrus could take advantage of it. First pitch to him. That's a strike call in the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Oh and 1 to count. 0-1 pitch. Ball 1-1. 1-1 to count. 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses. 1-2. One ball, 2 strike. 1-2 pitch. Here's a little ground ball. That'll be the shortstop. They'll go to second for the third out. So no runs on no hits, 1 error, and one let down. We head to the top of the second inning. No score here. One no hits and error for Benedictine. Of course, earlier today, we want to congratulate Jordan Ball on a no-hitter, 7-0 victory over Mid-American Nazarene. And for me, that's my 15th career no-hitter. As Jack Harpole up there, of course, met his dad earlier, right before the broadcast. Went 1 for 3 in our first game of the doubleheader. Harpole has no homers and 11 RBIs. First pitch from Marcus Pritchard. That is a ball high from Winter Haven, Florida. One-time spring training home of the Cleveland Guardians. That was during the 90s. The 1-0. Fouls it off. I remember one of my classmates that I went to high school with came from Winter Haven, Florida. It is like in August of 1992. Name was Evelyn Mason. 1-1 pitch. It's a high fly ball there. I think that's Alan West will call for it. And he makes the catch for out number 1. And I think from talking with Alan West in between games of the doubleheader, I think he'll start game number 1 tomorrow. There's Ashton Newman. In the first game of the doubleheader, Newman went 0 for 3. This season, no homers, 9 RBIs. First pitch to him. Oh, there's a beautiful pitch. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. 0-1 pitch. 1-1 to count. Of course, his mom, that's Jennifer, out right in front of home plate, videotaping Marcus Pritchard. 1-1 pitch. Oh, outside. 2-1. That counts. Two balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it to the screen. 2-2. Two balls and two strikes on Ashton Newman. 2-2 pitch. Lines a shot, and it'll be a base hit to right field. So a one-out hit there for Ashton Newman. There's Brian Haas, went 0 for 2 in our first game of our doubleheader this season. 2 homers, 11 RBIs. First pitch to him. Swings and misses. Strike one. 0-1 to count. They throw over there, and back goes Ashton Newman. There's a ground ball to Robbie Merced. He'll step on second for one. The first, that is a double play, a 6-3 double play. So no runs on just one hit, no errors, and no one let on. We are through 1.5. It's no score. Okay. No runs, one hit, and an error for Benedictine. No runs, no hits, no errors for Central Methodist. Alan West in the first game of our doubleheader went 1 for 3 with a single, and that single in the 6th inning started that 3-run inning there for that 5-2 victory. This season, 6 homers, 14 RBI. Had a great visit with him between games. Of course, enjoyed meeting his dad, Tristan. From Louisville, Texas. It's a chopper foul, strike one. 0-1 to count. Oh, 1 pitch. It's a high fly ball to left field. Going back at the track, and it's gone. Oh, lucky number 7 for Alan West. And Central Methodist leads it 1-0. RBI number 15 on the year. Here's Tommy Giro 0 for 2, but you remember in that 6th inning, after Alan West's single, he landed on a beautiful sac bunt. Then moved west to second and scored the go-ahead run. Strike one there. 1-0 Central Methodist. Shelly Sears taking some pictures. The 0-1 now. Lines a shot into right field. Right fielder comes in, makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 out now for Joseph Weatherford. One for 2 with a double in our first game with our doubleheader this season. Joseph Weatherford has 2 homers and 19 RBIs. First pitch to him. That is a ball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Just a little past 6 o'clock on this Saturday, April the 1st. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. That's up high. 2-0 to count. On Joseph Weatherford. 2-1, and it's 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes on Joseph Weatherford. 3-0 pitch. Takes it all the way. 3-1 to count. Joey Fitzgerald Jr. on deck. 3-1 to count. 3-1 pitch. Cue shot. That's over the third baseman's head into left field there. Weatherford thought about it, but he'll stay at first with a 1-out hit there. Here's Joey Fitzgerald Jr., 1 for 3 with an RBI. And that RBI came in the 6th inning. They gave Central Methodist a 3-2 lead that scored Allen West. This season, a homer and 7 RBIs from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Beautiful area. Strike call, 1-1 to count. Remember going to a house on Ripon Road. See my Uncle Jim, Aunt Sharon, and of course cousin Scott and cousin Vicky. 0-2 to count. They even had a beautiful lake there. And even had some ducks that used to roam around the backyard. I remember playing a game of billiards there. Lines a base hit up the middle there, and Weatherford will stop and say, no, he's singing third. Here's the throw. It's going to be close, but he's in there. Good hustle there by Joseph Weatherford Jr. Here's Dominic Van Doren, 118 no homers, 2 RBIs. From Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan. Around the Detroit area. One of the best TV shows that ever took place in that area was a TV show called Home Improvement. Ran from 1991 to 1999. They had Tim Allen, who played Tim the Toolman Taylor. First pitch to him. That's a ball inside. His sidekick was a guy named Al Borland. Best one, he challenged Bob Vila, Tim the Toolman Taylor challenged Bob Vila to a lawnmower race. The 1-0 pitch. And they foul ball, strike one. 1-1 to count. The other one I always like is where he threw the ballroom, where Tim the Toolman Taylor threw the ballroom teacher across the dance floor. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. That kind of gets away from there. Weatherford is thinking home, and he scores. And we get 2-0. Joey Fitzgerald Jr. will be at second. That's 2-1 to count, and that will be a pass ball. 2-0 is our score here. It's a pass ball. Two balls and no 2-1 to count on Dominic Van Doren. Checks the runners. Nice stop there, 3-1 to count Bobby Nichols on deck. Two big runs early. Three and one to count. 3-1 pitch. It's a fly ball to left field. I think the left fielder will have some room and makes a catch for out number 2. So 2 outs now. And Bobby Nichols Jr., Bobby Nichols up there. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. First pitch. And a strike call, 0-1 to count. 0 balls and 1 strike. Oh and 1 to count. No balls and 1 strike on Bobby Nichols. Robbie Merced on deck. At second base is Joey Fitzgerald. He single. And then, of course, reached second on the pass ball that scored Joseph Weatherford. 2-0 is our score here. Central Methodist won the opener 5-2. The 0-1 now. Ball 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bobby Nichols. One pitch. That's ball 2, 2-1 now. Two and 1 to count to Bobby Nichols. 2-1 pitch. Swings and misses. 2-1. 2-2 to count. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Bobby Nichols. Central West has led 1-0 on the home run by Allen West. Then Joseph Weatherford came on the pass ball. 2-2 to count. I think did he go? I mean, he might have held up in time, and it's 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bobby Nichols. Bottom of the second inning. Two pitch. There goes the runner. That's strike 3. So that'll be the third out. So strike 3 called. So 1 run. So 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and no one let and 1 left on. We head to the top of the third. Central Methodist 2, Benedictine nothing. Pritchard, okay, Pearson. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors for Central Methodist, no runs, a hit and an error. Here's Chase Pearson. In the first game of the doubleheader, went 1-0 for 3 this season. No homers, 4 RBIs. First pitch to him. Tries the bunt, and that's a right call, no question about it. 0-1 to count. He allowed 1 hit, but faced the minimum. 0-1 now. That's a ball outside. 1-1 now. The 1-1. Just missed. 2-1 the count. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 the count. 2-1 pitch. It's a high pop up there. That will go out of play. 2-2 the count. Two and two the count on Chase Pearson. Getting a sign from Dominic Van Door. 2-2 pitch. It's a fly ball there. I think Bobby Nichols will come in and makes a catch for out number 1. Here's Skylar Speck. Went 0 for 2 in their first game of the doubleheader this season. No homers, 2 RBIs. First pitch to him. It's a high pop up there. I think that is Jeremy Conforte. And there's out number 2. So 2 quick outs now. And there's Zach Demos. A 120 hitter, 1 homer, 4 RBIs from Bakersfield, California. A left-handed hitter up there. First pitch to him. A little cue shot. That is going to go foul. 1-1 to count. Central Methodist 19-10, 9-2 in the conference. Benedictine 5-5 and 10-16. Hunter Moffitt on deck. 0-1 pitch. That's up high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Hits the ground ball to Tommy Giro. Stays with it. Throws over to Jeremy Conforte for a 1-2-3 inning. Goes Benedictine. We head to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Central Methodist on CMUEagles.com. Sounds like he knows home. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors for Central Methodist, no runs, a hit and an error for Benedictine. Robbie Merced struck out his first time up. First pitch to him. That is a ball, 1-0 to count. 1 ball, no strikes on Robbie Merced. 1-0 pitch. That is a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 to count. 2-0 pitch. That is a strike call, 2-1 to count. 2-1 pitch. That's 3-1 to count. 3-1 on Robbie Merced. 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4 now. So leadoff walk now for Jeremy Conforte. He reached on an error his first time up. So now it looks like some conference action taking place. Of course, tomorrow is our first Sunday night baseball game. The Philadelphia Phillies take on the Texas Rangers. Coverage begins at 5 p.m. with Baseball Tonight. Hosted by Kevin Connors, Jeff Passan, and Tim Kirchin. Robbie Merced first with the walk. Here's the pitch. That is a strike call. No balls and one strike. 0-1 to count. On Jeremy Conforte. There goes Merced. It's a high fly ball to left field. That's well hit. At the track. And it's off the Green Monster there. Merced will held up at third. And Conforte's at second with the double. So second and third. Nobody out for Tanner Sears. Hit to a fielder's choice his first time up. Came in there as the team's leading RBI. Team leading RBIs with 33. He has a chance to get two more here. Excuse me. Second and third, nobody out. Swings and misses strike one, but on 1 to count on Tanner Sears. Merced at third, Conforte at second. 0-1 now. That is a ball high. 1-1 to count. One to count. One pitch. That's outside. 2-1 to count. Two-one pitch. That's up high. 3-1. One pitch. It's a high pop fly. That should be deep enough to score Robbie Merced. Center fielder makes the catch. Merced tags up. Will throw a go into the third. Conforte will stay at second. And a 3-0 lead for Central Methodist. So sac fly. RBI. That's number 34 on the year as Central Methodist leads at 3-0. Here's Alan West. He hit a home run his first time up. They gave Central Methodist the 1-0 lead. And then the second one when Weatherford scored on the pass ball. Alan West has 7 homers, 15 RBIs. Conforte's at second with 1 out. And the pitch. That is a ball inside. One ball, no strikes. Conforte's at second with 1 out. 3-0 Central Methodist. the 1-0. And that's ball 2, 2-0 to count. 3-0 the count there. 3 balls and no strikes. Pitch. Makes a strike 3-1 now. Three and one to count. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4 and a walk to Allen West. Here's Tommy Giarola. Flew out to right field his first time up. First and second, 1 out. It's a chopper foul. 0-1 now. 0-1 to count on Tommy Giarola. 0-1 pitch. Checks the runner, but back he goes. 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tommy Giarola. 1-1 pitch. A little bit inside, but not far enough to advance Jeremy Conforte, and the count is 2-1. Two balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. That kind of gets away. Here comes Conforte. He'll take third. That'll be a pass ball there, and it's 3-1 now. Second pass ball of the game for Benedictine. First and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Chops it foul. West is about ready to take off for second, and you wonder if Jeremy Conforte could try to steal home again, like Bobby Nichols did in the first game, did in the first inning of game number 1. Two and 3-2 the count. There goes the runner. That's ball 3. So now West steals second. So second and third. 3-2 the count on Tommy Giarola. At third base is Jeremy Conforte. Allen West is at second. Infield is in. Oh, that hit it, and they'll load the bases. So bases are loaded full of Eagles. For Joseph Weatherford, he singled his first time. Bases loaded full of Eagles. The infield are in at the corners. The infield in the middle are at normal depth. Pitch to him. Chops it. That's going to be a tough play. A run will score as Conforte scores. So everybody moves a base. It's 4-0 now on an infield hit by Joseph Weatherford. Here's Joey Fitzgerald Jr. singled this first time up. Weatherford now has 20 RBIs on the season. Bases are still loaded full of Eagles. Pitch to him. Lines a shot just past the shortstop. West will score, and everybody moves a base. Makes it 5-0. And Joey Fitzgerald now has 8 RBIs on the year. There's Dominic Van Dorn. He flew out the left his first time up. 5-0 now. Three hits already in this inning for first pitch. There's a strike, 0-1. On 1 to count, 0-1 pitch. I think that hit him. And a run will score on a hit by pitch. And Van Dorn has 3 RBIs to make it 6-0. There's Bobby Nichols, 0 for 2, the 9th man to bat this inning. Caden Doan is the courtesy runner. 6-0 Central Methodist. First pitch to him. Hits the ground ball. They'll go home for 1. They'll get that. Then they get the lead runner at home. So 2 outs now. Everyone moves the base on the fielder's choice. There's Robbie Merced, 0 for 1 with a walk. That walk started that 4-run 6th, 3rd inning. 6-0 Central Methodist. Aces are still loaded full of Eagles. The 10th man to bat. I think he go. Yes, sir. 0-1. 0-1 to count. Jeremy Conforti's on deck. The 0-1. Inside 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on Robbie Merced. Chops it foul, 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. Jeremy Conforti on deck. He had a double in his last at bat. That's a bit high, 2-2. Aces are still full of Eagles. Fitzgerald Jr. is at third. Doan is at second. Nichols at first. 4 big runs there. 0-2 pitch. That's outside, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Robbie Merced. 3-2 pitch. Chopper to the third baseman. Throws over to first and beats it out. Infield hit there. And it's 7-0 Central Methodist. Everybody moves a base. And for Merced, his 22nd RBI of the year. Here's Jeremy Conforti, 1 for 2 with a double. That double came in the third. 7-0 now. 5 big runs there. First pitch. Swings and misses, strike 1. 0-1 in the count. The 11th man to bat. 0-1 to count on Jeremy Conforti. Oh, 1 now. Hits a little cue shot, fouled into the Benedictine dugout. Oh, and 2 the count. On Jeremy Conforte. Hits the ground ball. Nice play by the shortstop. He'll go second for the third half. So 5 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and they leave 3. We head to the 4th inning. Central Methodist leads it 7-0. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Central Methodist, no runs, a hit, and 1 error for Benedictine. NCAA scored there. Florida Atlantic leads San Diego State 49-40, 14:58 to go in the second half. Here's Hunter Moffitt and a ball high. Flew out to Bobby Nichols his first time up. 7-0. 2 in the second, and then big 5 in the third. And it's up high, 2-0 to count. The 2-0 pitch. That's 3-0 to count. 3-0, and it's 3-1 to count. Three and 1 pitch. Fouls it off. 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. And it's a walk. Second base runner of the game for Benedictine. Danny Fazana popped out to Robbie Merced his first time. Runner at first, and the pitch. That's a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. One and 0 to count. The 1-0 fouls it off. That's a 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike. Swings and misses. Strike 2. 1-2 to count. One ball, 2 strikes, 1-2. Fouls that one off. Still 1-2. One ball, two strike. Here's a high fly ball. Let's see who calls for it. And that's the left fielder, Joseph Weatherford, for out number 1. Here's Theo Comer, struck out his first time up. Runner at first with one out. Hits the fly ball to left. Weatherford will watch it go. It's a home run. And it's now 7-2 now. A 2-run homer for Theo Comer. That's his third of the year, RBI number 19. Here's Jack Harpo, flew out to Allen West his first time up. It's a fly ball there. I think Allen West will call for it. 2 outs now. Here's Austin Newman, singles his first time up. That is a ball. 1-0 to count. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. 3-1, 3-0 to count. Takes it all the way, 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Swings and misses, 3-2. 3-2 to count. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. So 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. No one left on. We're halfway home. 7-2 Central Methodist. Two runs on 1 hit. No errors. And no one left on. We're halfway home. 7-2 Central Methodist. Okay. Take on the NHL game. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 2 hits, and error for Benedictine. Of course, an NHL score. Boston defeated Pittsburgh 4-3. Their 59th win of the year, and they have won the President's Trophy and will have home ice advantage throughout the entire Stanley Cup playoffs. Here's Tanner Steers, 0 for 1, had a sac fly his last time up, part of that 5-run third inning. First pitch to him. That is a strike called, 0-1 in the count. One ball, no balls, and 1 strike. 0-1 now. I think he did go. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. High fly ball into center field. And there's out number 1. There's Allen West, 1 for 1 with a homer and RBI. Gave him lucky number 7. First pitch to him. It's a high fly ball into right field. I think the right fielder will call for it. And there's 2 quick outs. Tommy Giarola up there. 0 for 1 with a walk. Part of that 5-run third inning. First pitch to him. There's a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 pitch. Well, that kind of gets away. 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Joseph Weatherford. 1-1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 to count. Two one pitch. It's a high fly ball into center field. Center fielder has some room, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Goes Central Methodist. We're through 4. Central Methodist 7. Benedictine 2 on CMUEagles.com. Seven runs, 7 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for Benedictine. Quentin Norris here in the 5th inning. As Brylan Haas up the bat, hit into a 6-3 inning double play. First pitch to him. That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Strike, 1-1. 1-1 to count. The 1-1 pitch. That kind of gets away. 2-1. 2-1 to count. 2-1 pitch. Strike. 2-2. Strike 3 calls. 1 out now. Here's Chase Pearson. He flew out to Bobby Nichols his first time up. First pitch. It's a ground ball. Nice stop by Joey Fitzgerald Jr. Throws the first and just got him. Good job there. Good throw. 2 quick outs. Skylar Speck popped out to Jeremy Conforti his first time up. First pitch to him. Chops it foul. Strike 1. Oh, 1 to count. The 0-1 now. Strike 2. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 the count. 0-2 pitch. It's a ground ball to Tommy Giroux. Throws over to Jeremy Conforti for a 1-2-3 inning. Goes Benedictine. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Central Methodist 7. Benedictine 2 on CMUEagles.com. Central Methodist 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for Benedictine. Here's Joseph Weatherford, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI. Gives him 20 on the year. First pitch to him. That's a strike call on the inside corner. 0-1 now. Looks like maybe Justin Guzman warming up again. Like I said, met his mom and dad in between games of the doubleheader. 0-1 now. It's a high fly ball into right field. Right fielder has some room. And there's 2 out. There's out number 1 here. Here's Joey Fitzgerald Jr., 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He is really swinging the bat better. Really since that 6th inning of game 1. And that's a ball. And that single in that first game in the 6th inning gave Central Methodist that 3-2 lead. That's ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch. Fouls it to the screen. 2-1. 2-1 the count. 2-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dominic Van Dorn on deck. 2-2 pitch. Lines a shot. There's a base hit. 8 hits now for Central Methodist. He is 3 for 3 on the day. He's already 4 for 6 in this doubleheader. Here's Dominic Van Dorn, 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. That drove in a run. His 3rd of the year. It's a high fly ball in the left field. Going back at the track to the wall. It's gone. A home run for Dominic Van Dorn. His first home run of the year. And he has 5 RBIs on this season. And it's 9-2 Central Methodist. Here's Bobby Nichols, 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch to Bobby Nichols. That's a ball. Suddenly it's 9-2 now. Heading toward the 7 o'clock hour. The 1-0. Swings and misses, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to count. 1-1 pitch. There's a strike, 1-2. His first home run at Central Methodist for Dominic Van Dorn. He has 3 RBIs already. Gives him a total of 5. 1-2 the count. Oh, outside, 2-2. If everything goes according to plan, we may get to talk with Nate Breland about today's game. Preview game stream for tomorrow. Two-two pitch. Fouls it off. Still 2-2. Two-two pitch. Fouls that one off. Still 2-2. Two and two the count. Two-two pitch. Fouls that one off. Still 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes on Bobby Nichols. Two-two pitch. It's a little chopper. That's foul. 2-2. 2-2 the count. Two and two the count. 2-2 pitch. That's 3-2 now on Bobby Nichols. Three and two to count. That's ball four now. And now Robbie Merced. 1 for 2 with a single and RBI. Gives him 22 on the year. First pitch to there goes Nichols. Hits a high fly ball in the left center field. That's well hit. And it's off the Green Monster. Nichols is headed for third. Merced in the second. So a double for Robbie Merced. Now brings up Jeremy Conforte. 1 for 3 with a double. Jeremy Conforte. So now the infield comes in. But you know Bobby Nichols is a good runner. 9-2 Central Methodist. Lights are on. And a strike call. 0-1 now. Tanner Sears is on deck. Oh, 1 now. That's how low, 1-1. One ball, one strike. The 1-1. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Quentin Norris here from Estes Field. At third base is Bobby Nichols. Second base is Robbie Merced. 2-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner. 2-2. Two balls and two strikes on Jeremy Conforte. 2-2 pitch. Nice stop there. 3-2. Three and two to count on Jeremy Conforte. Tanner Sears is on deck. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it to the screen. Still 3-2. Right at the 7 o'clock hour. Three and two the count. I know 8:39. It's Cleveland and Seattle on Fox Sports 1. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it to the screen. Still 3-2. Two runs, 3 hits this inning so far. 9-2 now. 3-2 pitch. High fly ball. That should be deep enough to score Bobby Nichols. Nice catch there. Nichols tags and scores. Merced will head to third. And it's now a 10-2 ball game. Here's Tanner Sears, 0 for 2. He had a sac fly and an RBI, gave him 34 here. And for Conforti, 28 RBIs now. So far in the last 6 games, he has 11 RBIs and a home run. Merced at third. First pitch to him. Fouls it to the screen. Strike one. No balls and a strike. Merced at third. 2 outs. 0-1 now. Cue shot. There's a base hit. Merced makes it 11-2 now. Two RBIs today. Number 35 on the year. Here's Alan West. One for 2 with a homer and an RBI. See, Cole Voss on the mound, 0-1 with a 20.57 ERA, 7 walks, 57 strikeouts from Burnsville, Minnesota. 11-2 is our score. Of course, we'll give you the upcoming events tomorrow. Starting at 12 noon, the Central Methodist softball team takes on Graceland. Down at the Cox Softball Complex, Central Methodist, they won 2 games from Mid-American Nazarene, 7-0 in the first game on the no-hitter by Jordan Ball, then won the second game 9-1. They're now 17-5, 4-0 in the conference. Then at 1 o'clock, the Central Methodist baseball team will take on Benedictine. Pre-game show, 12:45 p.m., 1 o'clock start time as well. That's the first of 2. St. Louis Cardinals take on the Toronto Blue Jays for their third and final game of the series at 1:15 at Busch Stadium. Then game 2 of the doubleheader between Central Methodist and Graceland. And then game 2 of the doubleheader tomorrow, the Central Methodist baseball one with Benedictine. That should be around 3 o'clock. Then Sunday night baseball, 6 p.m., the Philadelphia Phillies and the Texas Rangers. Alan West is at bat. A little past 7 o'clock. First pitch. Swings and misses, strike one. Now I think Alan West will pitch in game 1. Maybe Sebastian Escobar will get in game 2. The 0-1 now. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tommy Giarola on deck. 1-1 pitch. That is a ball. 2-1. 2-1 the count. Two balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. It's a ground ball. There's a base hit there. Sears will stop at second. 13 hits for Central Methodist. Here's Tommy Giarola, 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. In that third inning, Central Methodist sent 11 men to the plate. First and second, and the pitch to Giarola. That is a ball. Ninth man to bat. Joseph Weatherford is on deck. 0-1, 1 ball, no strikes. 11-2 Central Methodist. The 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. 1-1 to count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. That kind of gets away, but not far enough. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 to count to Tommy Giarola. Two one pitch. 3-1 now. They throw down to third, and he is safe. Good hustle there by Tanner Sears, stealing third. So 3-1 to count to Tommy Giarola. Sears at third. Alan West is at first. Weatherford on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's a high fly ball to left field. Left fielder gives chase, and that's out of play. 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three and 2 now to Tommy Giarola. Sears at third. He stole third. Three-two pitch. Hits a high fly ball. I think the center fielder will call for it to make the third out. So far, 4 big runs on 5 hits. No errors, 2 left on. We head to the 6th inning. Central Methodist 11, Benedictine 2. Excuse me. Hello. So, 11 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for Benedictine. As Zach Demos up there, he grounded out to Tommy Giarola. $7:10 p.m. Game is moving along. It's a high fly ball. I think Bobby Nichols may have some room for it. That's up against the wall there. And Demos has a double, the 3rd hit of the game for Benedictine. He came into that inning, retiring 5 in a row before the Demos double. Hunter Moffitt 0 for 1 with a walk. There you see Dominic Van Door directs the traffic. Just like Johnny Bench would do that a lot when the Cincinnati Reds. Pritchard has a 9-run lead to work with. First pitch to him. That is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 6th inning. 11-2 Central Methodist. Games 3 and 4 tomorrow. Pre-game show 12:45 p.m. 1 o'clock. The 1-0. Misses inside. 2-0 to count. And after the series, then it's an 8-game road trip. Starting on Friday with a doubleheader at Vangel, doubleheader at Vangel on Saturday. 2-0 pitch. And it's 3-0. And then they have a 4-gamer on April 4th, 15th and 16th at Missouri Valley. Their next home game is not until April the 22nd. Takes it all the way, 3-1. Taking on Park University. And then they close out with 4-gamer at Culver Stockton. Although they have 2 games on their schedule left with Peru State. That was a game that was canceled from March the 13th. And it's 3-2 now. It's going to be interesting when that game be made up. Probably maybe middle of the week. We haven't, but you can always check it along on cmueagles.com. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Still 3-2. That's Justin Guzman warming up there. He got the win in game number 1. His first win at Central Methodist. Three-two pitch. Lines a shot. Nice catch by Merced. Throw over to second for the double play. Great job there by Robbie Merced. Beautiful play. That could take away a base hit there. Well, just like Bud Harrelson would do a lot of with the New York Mets. Or even Ozzie Smith. Or even the great Bill Russell used to do that a lot with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Back in the 1970s under manager Tom Lasorda. So 2 quick outs now. And a strike call, 1-1 now. Oh, 1 the count. 0-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball to Joey Fitzgerald Jr. He throws over to Jeremy Conforti for the 3rd out. So no runs on 1 hit. No errors. No one left on. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Central Methodist 11, Benedictine 2. 11 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for Benedictine. Here's Joseph Weatherford, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. First pitch to him. It's a high fly ball to left field, and it's a foul ball. 0-1 the count. Oh and 1 the count. The 0-1 now. That's a strike on the inside corner, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on Joseph Weatherford. 0-2 pitch. Hits a little cue shot to the shortstop. Throws over the first for out number 1. What a day for Joey Fitzgerald Jr. 3 for 3. 3 singles and RBI. So far in this doubleheader, he is swinging a hot bat. 4 for 6 with 2 RBIs. And really from that 6th inning of game 1, Oh and 1 the count. 0-1 pitch. 1-1 now. Looks like Dominic Van Dorn is on deck. 1-1 pitch. Hits a little chopper to the shortstop. Throws over the first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs now. Here's Dominic Van Dorn. 1 for 2 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Van Dorn has a homer and 5 RBIs on the season. And that's a ball. Bobby Nichols on deck. The 1-0. Hits the ground ball to third. Third baseman has it. Throws over to Demos for a 1-2-3 inning. Goes Central Methodist. We are through 6. Central Methodist 11. Benedictine 2. Turn this on so I can be ready for the post-game reports. Joshua Tucker is from Spokane, Washington, same area where the great Nick Merkel came from. $11 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 3 hits, and error for Benedictine. So Benedictine needs. Here's Theo Cummer, 1 for 2 with a homer and 2 RBIs. That came in the 4th inning, but then Central Methodist led 2-0 after 2, 5 in the 3rd. Then we got 7-0. Then 2 more in the 4th for Benedictine. I think it's 7-2, and then how about 4 big runs in the 5th to make it 11-2. First pitch to him. That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count on Theo Cummer. 6 solid innings from Marcus Pritchard. And a high pop up there. Let's see who calls for it. I bet that's Alan West. And there's out number 1. for Jack Harpool. 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to Allen West. There you look at Justin Guzman's mom. Had a great visit with her. First pitch. That's a ball. 1-0 the count. Looking forward to the post-game report with head coach Nate Breland. The 1-0. Lines a shot. West on the run. He'll have to play it on the hop. So a 1-out hit there. Here's Ashton Newman. Ashton Newman is 1 for 2 with the single. First pitch to him. That's a ball. 1-0 to count. Pritchard could be online for win number 4 on the year. The 1-0. On the outside corner, 1-1. 1-1 the count to Ashton Newman. Looks like number 37 on deck. The 1-1. Oh, way outside. 2-1. That's Jack Menace. I believe he's hitting for Brylan Haas. Two balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. Swings and misses. 2-2. Now that is a competitor right out there. 2-2 the count to Ashton Newman. Harpo's at first. 4th hit of the game there. Misses that one. 3-2. There's Trey Rosenfoss, the new first baseman. 3-2 the count. 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4 now, so first and second. Here's Jack Menace. 267 hitter, homer and 3 RBIs on the season. He is from Overland Park, Kansas. Josh Tucker needs to settle down, talk to the baseball, point to Dominic Van Dorn. Just needs 2 more outs there. First pitch to him. Fly ball. I think Allen West will have some room. Makes the catch for out number 2. And hitting the third is Jack Harpool for 2 outs there. So they're down to the last out. Here's Chase Pearson, 0 for 2 on the day. Just needs 1 more out to go for win number 20, but most importantly, 10-2 in the conference. I would say the hitting star of the day would be Dominic Van Dorn with a homer and 3 RBIs. First pitch. That's a ball high. That's Skylar Specht on deck. The 1-0 pitch. High pop-up. This should do it. Let's see who calls for it. That's Joseph Weatherford for a Central Methodist victory. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2. And that's the winner, folks. The final score, Central Methodist 11, Benedictine 2. 11 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. Benedictine 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error. Central Methodist is now 20-10 on the year, 10-2 in the conference. Central Methodist and Benedictine will go at it in games 3 and 4 of the series tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Pregame show at 12:45 p.m. there. Quentin Norris will say so long. We're going to talk it over with Nate Breland about today's victory. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon on CMUEagles.com.